Management Training Module. Accounts Management Responsibility allows managing of accounting operations for your business. The system provides unique feature for integrated automated accounting for various transactions like purchasing, sales, return inwards, return outwards, etc. Automated accounting can optionally be disabled by setting the parameter automated accounting to false from the application preferences menu under application configuration responsibility. Let me briefly explain about the various menus related to accounts management responsibility. Account types. Account types menu lists the standard account types and associated account subtypes. User can create their own account types based on special accounting needs. Account types can be created from the top table and associated account subtypes can be created from the bottom table. Subledgers menu. If you want to maintain subledger accounting, you can use the system provided subledger types or create additional subledger types from the subledger types menu. Subledger types can be created from the top table. Corresponding to a subledger type, you can also create new subledgers against which you want to maintain the subledger accounting associated with the chart of accounts from the bottom table. Chart of accounts menu. The prepackaged chart of accounts can be seen from the chart of accounts menu. Users can also create new accounts based on their business practice. However, it is strongly recommended not to modify any prepackaged chart of accounts data without prior consultation with your accountant. In order to create a new account, click on Add icon on the table toolbar and enter the account subtype. For example, enter account subtype as current assets. Enter the account number, for example 3674, and the account name, for example cash expense other. If you want to maintain subledger accounting, enter the subledger type, otherwise leave it blank. Click on Save and Close in order to save the record. Now the newly created account can be viewed from the current assets subtype. In order to view the newly created account, expand the tree related to current assets and we can see that the account that we have just created, cash expense other, has been successfully created to the chart of accounts. Accounting Rulebook menu. The system does accounting based on predefined accounting rules. The predefined accounting rules can be seen from the Accounting Rulebook menu. The top table displays the rulebook name. For example, for transaction type equals to purchase order, the rulebook name is Accounting Rule Default. For example, for transaction type sales order, rulebook name is Sales Accounting Rule Default. The bottom table displays the out-of-the-box debit credit rules configured for a rulebook. It is strongly recommended not to modify any prepackaged rules without prior consultation with your accountant. Bank accounts. From the bank accounts menu, you can enter your current account details. This account is the physical bank account from which money would be debited from and or credited to. In order to create the bank details, click on Add icon on the table toolbar and enter the bank account number. For example, 00400. Enter the bank name, for example ABN AMRO, and the branch name, for example Madhapur. Enter the branch address if you want to and the phone number. Check the is default flag to true if you want to make this bank account the default bank account. Note that the chart of account associated with the bank account is bank account. Click on Save and Close in order to save the record. Bank statements. From the bank statements menu, you can capture the physical bank statement from your bank. In order to capture the bank statement details, click on Add icon on the table toolbar and enter all the details, for example bank account number, branch name, accounting date, check number, debit, credit and balance amounts as per your bank statement. Then click on Save and Close in order to save the details. Journal Vouchers menu. From the Journal Vouchers menu, users or accountants can do manual accounting. The top table displays the journal voucher number and the bottom table displays the entries against the journal voucher number. In order to do manual accounting, click on Add icon in the top table toolbar. The journal voucher number and journal voucher dates are automatically generated by the system and read only. Enter the accounting date. For example, you can also select a previous date. Let's select a previous date as 11 Jan. Optionally, you can enter the reference voucher type and reference voucher number. Reference voucher type is a transaction type for which accounting is being done. For example, let's select reference voucher type as petty cash expense. Select the voucher number corresponding to the voucher type. So let's select petty cash expense number 1, the voucher number 1. Enter the account name and the corresponding debit and credit amounts. So let's select account name as bank account, or you could directly enter the account name. So select bank account, enter the debit amount, for example 100, click on add. Similarly, enter the account name, for example account payable. And enter the credit amount, for example 100. Click on add. Now the difference between credit and debit amount should be 0, otherwise system would not allow you to save the record. Now since the difference is 0, we can click on Save and Close. System is displaying a message saying transaction completed successfully. Click on OK. So this created a manual accounting entry. We can see that the journal voucher number is this. Corresponding to this journal voucher number, the manual accounting entries can be seen from the bottom table. Now moving on to discussing general ledger and general ledger balances menu. Automated accounting entries corresponding to various financial transactions can be checked from the general ledger and general ledger balances menu. Navigate to the general ledger menu. We can see that the system does not have any accounting entry in the general ledger menu. Similarly, navigate to general ledger balances menu. The general ledger balances menu also does not have any accounting entries. Now let's proceed to create a sales order so that we can see the automated accounting being done by the system corresponding to the sales order creation. In order to create a sales order, navigate to the sales desk menu under point of sales responsibility. Select the item to be sold, for example HP Pavilion DV6000 laptop. Enter the quantity, the warehouse location and the lot. Click on add. So we have added one line item to the sales order. Next proceed to send the payment and generate invoice. Now enter the transaction amount. The transaction amount can be seen from the receivable amount, that is 27810. Click on add to enter the payment line and then finish. So this is the generated invoice for the sales order. Now let's navigate back to the general ledger menu. navigating back to the general ledger menu, we can see that the automated accounting has been done for the newly created sales order based on the accounting rules from the accounting rule book. You can see that the transaction type is sales order, and also verify the transaction date and the voucher number of the sales order that we recently created. The general ledger balances menu will show the date-wise opening and closing balance and the debit and credit amounts for an account and subledger. So this brings you to the end of the accounts management training module. Thank you.